two triangles. So the base and the height are perpendicular to each other in parallelogram. And a triangle is just half of a parallelogram. Okay? So I want you to make a triangle. We're going to go over an example of each, and then you guys are going to try them after. Okay? So the area of a triangle is half.
I got the answer.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to do this one, and we'll have a chance for everyone to try it as well, but I want to make sure we get through it. Okay? So half the base times the height. Make sure that your base and height are perpendicular to each other. Jose, this is silent. So half, this is an easy.
4.5 times.
I'm doing this. I'll let you do the
I
other.
thought you just asked the question.
No, I didn't.
She better off.
After she said, what's the half of the base? That's what I heard.
Because you guys have come in very loud today.
What's okay? You gotta just read it.
Hey, Earl. Okay, you guys know that you're silent here and you spent the first 6 months on task. Okay, so base and the height, make sure they're perpendicular to each other. Okay. 9 times 8 is 72. Half of that is 36. Okay. Units, centimeters squared. Remember, in area, our units are squared. You need to make sure you have it in your notes. Okay. You will have a time, and we'll go over everyone having their own chance to do it. Okay. I want to make sure you've seen an example. Okay. There's the I do it. Okay. Area of a triangle.
That's A equals half times BH.
Okay. You need to have your notes out, Earl. Where are they? Why aren't they out? Why aren't they out? Okay, so take another 30 seconds to finish this up, guys. Jose, you shouldn't be talking. Please do not interrupt me. All right, 15 more seconds. Okay, make sure you've got it. We're going to go on. Yes.
Did you do the problem?
Huh?
Did you do the problem at all?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to look at the next one. Again, I need you guys writing it down. There will be time for you to do it at home.
How is
That's my man.
how did they really hit you like that?
All right. Area of a kite. Okay, I need you writing down, as I said before, the Y and the try. I need you all silently writing this down. Okay? So, it doesn't need to be perfect. Okay. As you write it,
Yo, Doc, you have to shut up and listen. Yeah, I'm the one talking, but I'm trying to listen.
okay, again, when it's quiet, I'll go over it. Afterwards, I'll ask if you have any questions. Okay? So the area of a kite is half of the diagonals multiplied together. The diagonals, okay, remember, even if it's not what you traditionally think of diagonal as opposed to vertical and horizontal, diagonal is also from non-adjacent points. Okay? So these are the diagonals of a kite. When we learned about kites, we went over what the diagonals were. They were perpendicular to each other. And in the do now, we saw that the diagonals form a rectangle around the kite. And that the kite was half of the rectangle. Okay? That's why the area of a kite is half of one diagonal times the other diagonal. Okay? The first diagonal and the second diagonal. They use those ones and twos to distinguish them. Okay? So again, I need you sketching the kite and why this kite is half of the rectangle that goes around it. Okay, where the length is one diagonal and the height is the other diagonal. Okay. And in just a second, we'll do the example. Shamar, yes, question.
You said half of the first diagonal multiplied by the half of the second?
Right, because this first diagonal, let's say it's this one, is the height of our rectangle, right? And the second diagonal is the length of this rectangle. And if you remember back to the do now, that the kite was half of this rectangle. Right? So this is half of this bigger rectangle. This is half of the little rectangle. Okay? Again, if you have a question, raise your hand. All right. Brett, you have a question?
No, I was just doing something.
Okay, so a kite is half of the rectangle made by the diagonals. Okay, because the diagonals are perpendicular just like rectangles. We have one more thing we're going to look at. All right, I see everyone back here taking notes. You got it all down, Brianna? You got to take notes. Maybe that's part of your class work grade. All right, in about 30 seconds, I'm going to start the example. I need you to have it sketched down.
You can see everything in your
Okay,
pocket.
sketch it down silently, please. Everybody's taking notes. All right.
Mr. Lyon, are you available at the school tonight?
Always. Okay, so I want you all to write down the example. I'm gonna do this example. We're gonna look at one more and then you will all each have a chance. So. All right. Area of a kite, again, is half of the rectangle made by the diagonals. Okay, so half, one of the diagonals, I need the whole thing is 6 centimeters. The other diagonal is 10 centimeters. Okay? Half of that rectangle, so this rectangle would be 6 times 10. I'm going over this, please, guys. Okay? Half of 30. Or half of 60, okay, is 30.
Is that a 6?
Okay?
It's cool, you don't got to answer me enough.
Raise your hand if you have any questions, and of course I'll answer you.
No, you got
Okay.
60 right now.
You forgot the unit.
Right, I did. Okay?
Yeah.
Centimeters squared. Okay? So, take another 15 seconds to write this down.
You write my name?
Not right now, we'll get to it after. Chris.
Do it.
You didn't even write anything.
Okay, here we go. Everyone has the
I'm
example.
not a fun area of it. So I don't.
Area of a trapezoid. This is the trickiest one, okay? It's another half of a parallelogram. So we're looking at all of these together. Again, as before, I need you silently writing down the information on here, including the why, okay? And as you write, I'll explain it, and afterwards I'll answer any questions. Just a second.
Will we be getting a formula worksheet?
Okay, so area of a trapezoid. You guys are all writing this in your notes? You guys, you're amazing today. I don't know why, what happened, okay? I don't know what happened before this class, but I know you guys are better than the way you're acting today. So please show me what you've been doing before that. Okay? Area of a trapezoid, again, is half of a parallelogram. The length of this parallelogram, though, the length of this parallelogram is the two bases added together. If we flip the same thing, put it right next to it, the bases of our parallelogram here are the small base plus the bigger base. Okay? That's what makes the trapezoid a little different. We can still think of it as a parallelogram, but just half of a parallelogram. Okay?
Say 16 on each
So the
side.
first base and the second base added together will make the whole base of the parallelogram. And the height, just like before, is perpendicular to the bases. Make sure you are not using something that is not perpendicular. Okay, so the area of a trapezoid is half of the sum of the bases times the height. Okay, it's half of the parallelogram where the length is the two bases added together times the height. Okay, and in about 20 seconds, I'm gonna go over the example. And then you guys have time to try each. We will go over it. Okay, sketch the second one if you're done.
B1, B2.
Okay, if you're done sketching the Y, I want you to write down the example. Okay, all right. So, remember that the bases are parallel to each other. If I write down this half of the two bases, make sure that what you're using are parallel to each other. The bases are 10 and 18. Those are the things that are parallel to each other. The legs, half of 18 and 10 times the height. And remember that the height is parallel, or is perpendicular. Okay? Okay. I need to get through this. Remember, I'm doing an example, and you guys will have a chance to practice and go over it.
It's about
Okay.
this though.
Well, I'll answer any questions after, okay?
Well, okay.
Half of the bases added together, make sure you're using the right numbers in the right spot. So, half of 28
Oh, was I?
times 9, okay? So, half of 28 14 times 9. Okay, 7 times 9 is much easier. Brent, can you please grab a seat?
I couldn't see it, so I was sitting on it.
Half of 14 is 9, 7. 9 times 7 is 63. You can double it. Okay? So, are there any questions about a trapezoid? Okay? Are there any questions about a trapezoid? Raise your hand. Okay? That must mean I answered your questions, because I know some people were having anything. What I do is write your hands down. Okay. Finish writing this. On the next slide, I'm going to ask you guys to pick one to try. And then we'll go over those. And I really appreciate that everyone is taking notes and quieting down. All right. I see a few people still finishing this up. All right, guys. Finish this up. On the next slide, there are 3 problems. I want you to pick one. Okay, it's multiple choice, and I want you to tell me what your answer is. I'm going to walk around and see. Okay. I see just one more person finishing up. Thank you for waiting patiently here. All right. So, again, I want you to pick one. You want to challenge yourself, maybe the trapezoid. There are lots of them. You will see in the left corner that there's multiple choice. Make sure your answer's on there. There are 3 completely incorrect options. Okay? Try one. Yes.
This right here, that's the trapezoid or the parallelogram?
Does it have 2 parallel sides?
No.
Pairs of parallel, so it must be a trapezoid.
But the trapezoid has 2 hypotenuse, no? Look, you see how it's supposed to actually like,
Yes.
What's up, Zach?
Would it make you think like it's more like a trapezoid if it were like this?
yeah. So it'd be like 9 14 would be the head, the basis,
Yes.
and then 12
Try
would be
it.
the height.
Try it. Okay, everyone pick one. I want you to try it. We're going to take about 2 minutes, and then we're going to go over it. So everyone is picking one to do.
I will do
I will write that in so you can all see it.
triangle.
Everyone is picking one of the problems to do. Yes,
What's the height, Mr. Lyon?
go ahead. Okay, now you should be able to see it better. Yes, question. You need to write this down in your notebook. Get it up, please. Everyone is working on solving one of these. I see people on the left side and back are working. Brianna? Brianna, wake up here.
Shut up, Brent.
Miss Gallant.
I will be right there. Give me just a second. Yeah, who just called me? Who was it? It was you, Brent? There was a few people. Yeah, I'll be around. I'm going to check and see. Yes.
What does that number say right there on the triangle, the height?
The height of the triangle is 8.
And what's done the base?
The base? I feel like I see it right. Are you trying
8
one?
times 12?
Which one do you have? You can't see. Maybe I can read one to you. Can you at least see the shape so you can sketch it down? And then maybe you can help me see it. Question?
I got a question. I don't know.
Okay. So what did I say to start with? What should you be doing right now in terms of what you are writing?
I'm doing the trapezoid one, very big.
Okay, so I need to write it down. Okay, that's what we're gonna look at it, great. Good, good, good. I see people doing great on this, we're gonna go over it in just a second.
Dead. Can't take it, get out. Can't take it, I'm leaving.
It doesn't, every time I like it doesn't matter as long as what you're doing, is parallel. Chris, I asked you about 3 minutes.
Yo, I'm out.
It's 0.6,
Okay,
1.2.
2 more minutes, excuse me, 20 more seconds, we're gonna go over it.
She kicked me
I'm
out.
coming, I wanna make sure everyone's working on it. Yes, Dylan. The kite one, so the diagonal going across is 0.6,
I'm ready to leave.
and then 1.2 like up and down.
we're finished.
Wonderful, okay, good Could somebody who did the trapezoid tell me which answer it is?
Bing.
Go for it, Manaya. 138. Okay.
You always
Shut up.
Did you not do that one? Okay, 138. The bases are 9 and 14. The height needs to be perpendicular to it. Okay? So A, could somebody who did the kite tell me what your answer is? Raise your, nobody did the kite?
How you know?
Okay. Sure, okay. Dejanay is gonna tell us what the kite is. Okay? Remember that kites, it is just half of the rectangle made by the diagonals. Okay, she's working it up. Take just about 20 seconds to do one of these. Almost done, wonderful. I see your hand, Jose. Give me just a second. She's working on solving the problem, and we'll go over any questions after. Thank you guys for waiting patiently. Okay. We're going to go over any questions after if you're confused at how people got their answers. Okay. Sienna, what's your Zach's going to do it here. I know, it's killing you. Maybe if there's a question about the trapezoid, you could explain how you got it.
0.36.
0.36. Wonderful. Okay, E, because we do half of the diagonals times each other. And Zach, what's the answer for our triangle? 40. And what's 40? 48. 48. He said F and then he confused me. Okay, does anyone have a question about the trapezoid?
Yes.
Yes.
How do you do that one?
How do we do that one? Sienna, could you explain the trapezoid?
We don't want you to
Well, what
explanation.
I did was I added 9 and 14 together.
Right, because we have to add the bases,
Oh.
okay?
And I got 23.
Okay.
So then I put it all together.
You put it all together. What's the height?
12.
12. And what is all together?
1.5 times 26 times 12, which is 138.
138. Okay. Jose, eyes up here, please. Great. So check and see if you like the formulas, you can remember the formulas. If you like thinking conceptually, remember this is half of the parallelogram made by flipping those two trapezoids together. Are there questions about the kite? Are there? Yeah, for this one. Are there questions about the trapezoid? I mean the triangle.
No.
The kite. Could I have somebody explain the kite? Dejanay, you didn't. Do you want to explain the kite to us?
I did I did it in a calculator. So
Okay.
I did 0.5 times 1.2 times 0.6,
Good.
and I got 0.36.
So remember that this is part of the triangle. Half.
You're on the same
It's
time.
half.
You're on the same.
Because
You're
it's
on
half
the
of
same
this
time.
rectangle.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
You could have stopped yawning.
It's half of the rectangle. Okay, guys. I need you all to be
I'm not talking.
okay. We're running short on time. I need you to start the worksheet on Edmodo. Okay? But please, when you come in tomorrow, I want you guys to behave like you were doing earlier in the quarter. Okay? Today was the craziest I have seen you, and it makes it really hard to get through class. And I know you don't like my attitude when I see that, and I don't like to act that way, but I need every single one of you acting like you have in the past. Okay? So the worksheet is on Edmodo. Okay? You'll have to use all of what you've learned about area so far. If you'd rather scan it, hello. If you'd rather scan it, you can. But I need everybody working on this worksheet. Yes. Which part? This. Okay. You can either go to Edmodo or you can scan it. Okay? So if you want to open it from Edmodo, that's fine. If you want to scan it, that's fine. But I need everybody working on that worksheet. Notability is probably the easiest. Yes. You can scan it or go to Edmodo. Either one's fine. If they're the same thing. Okay. So grab your work. I see Kazai is working on it here. Got it out. All right. Yes, Shamar. Huh? Observing. Don't worry. Okay. I appreciate you guys are all getting to work here. All right. Again, you can scan it or open it up on Edmodo.
Divide them by two, and then you turn it by this. By each.
I have 19.1.
Now you move to it.
No, I didn't do it right. Look, all right, give me the number. I want to do it right now. Wait. 29, 24, 30.
Stupid, man. You talking about me being thirsty, though. That's the thirst to the food.
Did you do it?
Manaya, go ahead if you want to though.
Oh,
Okay. All right, guys. Yes. Yeah, it's already there.
Just there and.
I'm coming.
Stop playing. You sound like
He said that.
I got an abortion. What? Did you say that? Abortion?
Very upset.
Oh, I thought you said you were going to get an abortion.
Okay, I don't want to hear it again. Back here, who was calling me? Earl. Yes, we had a question. Okay, I need you working on our map. That needs to go away. So open it in Safari first. If you open it in Safari, it will go to Notability. Okay. Yep, there you go. Now you can open it in Notability. You guys have it up? How you doing? Does it have two pairs of parallel lines or one? The parallel lines. So it's just simply basic. Yes,
We
Aaron.
use the same formula for the same formula for triangle that I use it for the quadrilateral.
What is that? Yeah, what is it? I know, what kind of quadrilateral?
Rectangle.
Okay, how do you find the area of a rectangle? Don't make it more
Base times
difficult
height.
than it is. Brianna, I need you to
Half
get to work.
times base times height.
Okay, grab your iPad and get to work. Questions over here, guys?
Don't hit me, Brent.
Nope, good. Jana, how are you doing?
Don't hit me, Brent.
I'm doing my work.
If you do your work, Brent, it's gonna be done.
Right here, my hair, my hair, right? See, my hair, right?
All right. So how many questions do you have? None. Shut up. No questions. None.
Something very simple.
You ain't doing- you ain't doing it.
It was one.
Because if I had like a 3x2 rectangle, and then 3x2, 2x2, we're trying to. 3x2. How many things are 5?
Oh, no. Oh, dog. It's like I'm doing my work.
Wait. I'm coming, Leah. So the area is just these two times each other, rectangles.